Mel Owens apologizes for age comments on the Golden Bachelor. Contestants accept his apology. Imagine the uproar when the upcoming star of ABC's Golden Bachelor dropped a bombshell about his preferred age range for potential love interests. Mel Owens, the 66-year-old former NFL player turned lawyer, stirred the pot this summer with his candid remarks about the women he hoped to woo on the senior age spin-off of The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. But here's where it gets controversial. Owens didn't hold back when he stated, "If they're 60 or over, I'm cutting them," and added, "This is not the Silver Bachelor, this is the Golden Bachelor." And this is the part most people miss. Owens's comments were not just about age. They were about his personal frame of reference, which, as it turns out, was way off base. In a recent interview with Glamour, Owens admitted that he had no idea his words would cause such a stir. "I didn't know that it hit that hard," he confessed, revealing that his frame of reference was outdated, stemming from his dating days before his marriage, 26 or 27 years ago. "I'm thinking, to me, the age range was 45 to 60. That's my age range," he explained. "I'm thinking that's the gold years for me. My reference, again, was when I was dating at 39, 40. I hadn't dated in 26 years, so I had no clue. And that's why I said that comment. I didn't know. I didn't know that Jerry Turner, the first Golden Bachelor, got married and then divorced. I didn't know any of it." Owens, who is currently filming his season set to air in the fall, starting September 24, took responsibility for his remarks. He apologized to the women during production, saying, "When I first walked in, I addressed it. I apologized to them. I said it was unfair, insensitive. I want to earn it back. Just give me the chance." He hopes that his efforts over the last 2 weeks have helped to mend fences. Many of the women accepted his apology, but one date turned into a full-blown roast. "It was brutal. They were killing me," Owens laughed, adding, "They're brilliant. It's shocking how brilliant they are." Owens' journey to the Golden Bachelor spotlight is an impressive one. After playing college football for the University of Michigan Wolverines, he enjoyed a 9-year NFL career as a linebacker with the Los Angeles Rams. Now, he's the second star of the Warner Bros. Produced franchise's senior-aged spin-off, following in the footsteps of the first Golden Bachelor and the Golden Bachelorette. But let's talk about it. Do you think Owens' apology was sincere, or was it just a strategic move to save his image? How do you feel about his initial comments? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's get this conversation started. The Golden Bachelor's Mel Owens knows Bachelor Nation is angry. "I deserved it." Disappointment, outrage, hope for redemption. Bachelor Nation can't look away from the drama unfolding around Mel Owens, the newly anointed Golden Bachelor, who's already found himself in hot water. But is this story as black and white as it seems, or is there more beneath the surface? Here's where things get complicated. Mel Owens, former NFL player and attorney, was hardly a familiar name when ABC introduced him as the lead for the sophomore season of The Golden Bachelor. Unlike Jerry Turner, whose charisma made waves last year as the franchise's first ever Golden Bachelor at 71, Mel arrived as a bit of a wild card. Charming, good-looking, but not particularly groundbreaking. Or so it seemed at first glance. Initially, Bachelor Nation appeared cautiously optimistic. After all, the previous season's true stars had been the inspiring, strong, and yes, older women, competing for love on national TV, with fresh faces and new stories. What could go wrong? Then the controversy hit. Late June brought shocking revelations. On In the Trenches, a University of Michigan sports podcast, 66-year-old Owens made remarks about his preferred dating age range, openly stating he'd rather date women between 45 and 60. And, to the dismay of many, bluntly saying he would cut women aged 60 or older from consideration. And as if that wasn't enough, he advised producers to avoid casting women with artificial hips or wigs. If your jaw dropped, you weren't alone. Within hours, social media exploded. Fans pledged to boycott the upcoming season and demanded Owens be replaced. Rumours swirled as franchise blogger Reality Steve declared that Mel had lost his spot due to the storm from his podcast comments. Fans applauded what they thought was decisive action from ABC. But here's the part most people missed. None of it was true. Despite the frenzy, insiders revealed that Mel was still very much in place, with production moving forward in July. As of August, he's deep into filming, and the 2-hour season premiere is locked for September 24th, 2025. If anyone's wondering, official silence from ABC and Warner Brothers only fueled more speculation. All this time, Mel Owens kept quiet. Until now. Having addressed the women face-to-face at the start of taping, he finally decided to speak out publicly. Picture this. It's a sunny afternoon in Los Angeles. Owens, dressed down and fresh from a late-night rose ceremony, sits across from a reporter, running partly on adrenaline, partly on nerves. "You've just got to dive in. No holding back," he says, reflecting on this whirlwind experience. Truth be told, he admits that being surrounded by cameras hasn't made it any less real. If anything, it's taught him to drop his guard and open up in ways he never expected. But by his own admission, that openness didn't show up on the podcast. Mel claims he had no idea his words would cause such an uproar until a friend called to break the news. She said, "Mel, what are you doing?" he recalls. This friend, a 65-year-old attorney and passionate Bachelor watcher, spelled it out for him. His comments were insensitive and didn't reflect who he really is. Only then did he understand the backlash and realize he owed a heartfelt apology. And here's the real answer. Not only did he apologize on night 1 to the contestants, but in countless one-on-one conversations afterward. He reiterated his regret and asked for another chance. The cast wasn't about to let him off easy. In fact, a group roast date saw the women serve up tough criticism, with plenty of clever jabs at his expense, in a way that Mel admits was completely deserved. "It landed squarely on me," he says, convinced the best he can do is own his mistakes and work to earn people's trust back. So what about those comments about artificial hips and wigs? His reply is more practical than you'd expect. "People run marathons with those," he points out, reflecting on his experience as an attorney, representing athletes, dealing with major injuries and replacements. For him, it wasn't about judgment. It was simply a poorly chosen reference point, drawn from his outdated notions of dating back in his 30s and 40s. He says he simply didn't realize the current spirit of the Golden Bachelor, or the reality that contestants could be lively. Vibrant women well into their 60s and beyond. Controversy alert. He wasn't even following the show closely enough to realize the intended age range or the vibe of the golden years being celebrated. Do you think a Bachelor lead should be required to immerse themselves in franchise history before taking center stage? Or does a fresh perspective help keep things interesting? Chime in below. Meeting the women on the show, Mel says his eyes have been opened. He's awestruck by their intelligence, ambition and zest for life. Whether it's a flight attendant with 40 years of service, a motocross racer, a doctor, or even a bomb squad expert. The biggest lesson? The spirit really has no age, he confesses, realizing that his attitudes toward aging and romance need a total reset. And yet, the skepticism remains. Many viewers feel burned, worried that Mel's initial narrow age preference and comments about appearances reflect deeper bias. But Owens is insistent. If viewers tune in, they'll see the growth and the heartfelt effort to win back the audience's trust. Will you give him that shot? Can someone genuinely change? Or do first impressions linger forever? Amidst it all, Mel is candid. He's loving the journey, feeling transformed by the pressure and privilege of searching for love in front of millions. He now sees the experience as nothing short of life-changing. 20 out of 20, I'd do this again, he says, echoing advice he received from former Bachelor Jesse Palmer. To those vowing never to watch, Mel offers a challenge. See for yourself whether someone can earn a second chance, and whether the stories of the women will prove as inspirational as ever. In the end, isn't that the real draw of the franchise? Watching people grow, stumble, and find hope yet again. So viewers, here's the real question. Should a single set of comments define someone's journey? Or are you open to seeing what happens next? Is a sincere apology enough for a second chance? Or does trust take longer to rebuild? Admit it. This is what makes The Bachelor so irresistible. Drop your thoughts below. Let the debate begin.